This next game is a fun little romp in the woods, or in space if you will. First, a little bit of trivia regarding this game called Blaster. What was the original name for Blaster? Was it Big Blaster, Master Blaster, or Blaster Master? The answer shall be revealed.
The name that we wanted to use was Master Blaster, and we discovered at the time that there was a pinball simulation program called Billy Budge's Raster Blaster available for the Apple computer, so decided to change the name to avoid confusion. We pondered and toiled for a couple of weeks to come up with a better name for the game, and in frustration ended up just simply shortening it to Blaster.
Only about 1,000 Blaster arcade games were made before the great video game crash of 83-84 put a freeze on the industry. How many sit-down cabinets were finished? 3, 30, or 103? The answer shall be revealed.
Three. One is on display at my dad's house in Palo Alto. The other game, actually the second game, was converted into a Devastator game, which is a very limited edition prototype. And there have been unconfirmed sightings of the third game. Its actual whereabouts are unknown at this time.
In addition to the normal wood cabinet in the sit-down version, some Blaster cabinets had cylindrical plastic cabinets called Duramold. Why weren't more of these neat plastic cabinets produced? A. They were flammable. B. Their pungent odor repelled customers. Or C. They shrunk. Eugene, take it away.
Duramold unfortunately had a tendency to shrink and was only used in two games, Blaster and Bubbles. Now normally this exhibited itself in a shrinkage that made the coin door hard to open. But actually in one game it was reported that the shrinkage increased the internal pressure of the cabinet so much that the monitor was ejected across the arcade and impaled a Donkey Kong Jr. machine. Fortunately, there were no other injuries.
Finished in 1983, Blaster was the third and final game after Defender 2 and Robotron that Eugene Jarvis's and Larry DeMar's VidKids company produced. It was originally conceived as an Atari 800 game. Upon completion of the game for Atari, Eugene and Larry, A. were told to add dancing girls to the game before Atari would pay them, B. were able to get one of the last checks from Atari, or C. they were instructed to program a port to the Timex Sinclair computer. Mr. Jarvis, if you please.
Well, the day after we cashed the check, Atari supernovaed, and Jack Tramiel fired 90% of the workforce in the great video game crash. Unfortunately, not a single remaining Atari employee knew of the existence of the Blaster project, and Blaster forever vanished into the rubble of the great video game debacle.
Creating one of the earliest first-person shooting games with a 3D perspective in 1983 was a technical feat. It took a year to create the game. Which of the following was one of the blaster's biggest technical challenges? A. Unreliable ROM burners. B. Lack of scaling hardware. Or C. Mice chewing through the unit power supply. Larry, lay it on us.
Doing a first-person flying game in 1983 without any scaling or rotating computer hardware is quite a challenge. Particularly, it meant that each pixel of each image had to be hand-drawn in each size and in each rotation that it was displayed in the game. This caused thousands of hours of artist time to be necessary to generate all of the artwork that you see in the game.
What features were originally street tested for Blaster but left out of the production version? A. An arcade shaking subwoofer for sound effects. B. A bonus round where you shoot caricatures of the programmers. Or C. 30 levels instead of 20 with buy-in capability. Mr. DeMar, if you please.
After initial testing, the ability to buy in and continue your game when it was over by inserting additional money was removed from the game. At the same time, the game was shortened from 30 stages to 20 stages to make it possible to complete it on one coin. At this time, there was a stage called Outer Space, which among other things had this gargantuanly large Starship Enterprise that would just fly over your head for about 3 miles. And that whole stage was removed at this time.
What was the processor speed of the Blaster 6809 chip? 25 megahertz, 200 megahertz, or 1 megahertz? The answer will give you an idea as to when this interview was conducted.
Even though it may take 2 minutes for your 266 megahertz Pentium 2 to boot up, Blaster was programmed, believe it or not, with a 1 megahertz chip. And man, did it hurt.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, Blaster. Something just does not seem right. Now this would be a little bit more different if I was actually piloting this with a flight stick, but no, it's got to be done with a mouse. So I I need to pretend like this is a mouse-based game. Oh no, space vampire! Whatever will I do?
Everyone of the banana.
Say what now?
The banana is love. The banana is life.
Is that why you're now pining for a Mega Man Cooking Mama kind of hybrid?
It was a stupid idea I came up with this morning. Made even stupider by fucking Formula Fox's make it a woman thing. Sometimes I have stupid ideas. Sometimes I share those stupid ideas. Then Formula Fox said to go and fucking encourage my brand. My brand!
My brand.
I can't say brain because my brain has turned to bread. What type of bread? Bran! Oh.
For those
Sometimes I
new
have really
for those
dumb
new
ideas.
to the stream, that is the wonderful Red Fox who has his own stream at twitch.tv. So, actually, no, not twitch.tv, because he's now on
It's
YouTube.
on YouTube.
YouTube.com/redfox_nightfox. Is that accurate?
No.
No. I
don't-
almost
I'm
had
not
it.
popular. I'm not popular enough to have my own custom URL. But if you search redfox_nightfox, you'll find it. That's the channel name,
Figure I'd give you a
but
plug.
my URL is kind of crapped out. Why are you streaming in my room?
Because that's where everybody is.
Oh, okay.
I'm not very good at luring people to my room because I guess I don't stream popular games.
Neither do I.
More down to us rarely noticing that you're actually streaming.
Got to promote yourself more, I think.
I probably do. Maybe Theozara in the Twitch chat can help me out. It's an idea. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Blaster well, actually it wasn't for anything, it was just a coin op. It took a year to make, and once it was done, so was the programmers. They couldn't work at Atari no more. Because Atari went bankrupt. Hold for